Coffin Road presents A Light Sleeper by Ambrose Bierce. Narrated by Ryan Marshall. John Hoskin, living in San Francisco, had a beautiful wife to whom he was devotedly attached. In the spring of 1871, Mrs. Hoskin went east to visit her relations in Springfield, Illinois, where, a week after her arrival, she suddenly died of some disease of the heart. At least the physician said so. Mr. Hoskin was at once apprised of his loss by telegraph, and he directed that the body be sent to San Francisco. On arrival there, the metallic case containing the remains was opened. The body was lying on the right side, the right hand under the cheek, the other on the breast. The posture was the perfectly natural one of a sleeping child, and in a letter to the deceased lady's father, Mr. Martin L. Whitney of Springfield, Mr. Hoskin expressed a grateful sense of the thoughtfulness that had so composed the remains as to soften the suggestion of death. To his surprise, he learned from the father that nothing of the kind had been done. The body had been put in the casket in the customary way, lying on the back, with the arms extended along the sides. In the meantime, the casket had been deposited in the receiving vault at Laurel Hill Cemetery, awaiting the completion of a tomb. Greatly disquieted by this revelation, Hoskin did not at once reflect that the easy and natural posture and placid expression precluded the idea of suspended animation, subsequent revival, and eventual death by suffocation. He insisted that his wife had been murdered by medical incompetency and heedless haste. Under the influence of this feeling, he wrote to Mr. Whitney again, expressing in passionate terms his horror and renewed grief. Some days afterward, someone having suggested that the casket had been opened en route, probably in the hope of plunder, and pointing out the impossibility of the change having occurred in the straitened space of the confining metal, it was resolved to reopen it. Removal of the lid disclosed a new horror. The body now lay upon its left side. The position was cramped, and to a living person would have been uncomfortable. The face wore an expression of pain. Some costly rings on the fingers were undisturbed. Overcome by his emotions, to which was now added a sharp, if mistaken, remorse, Mr. Hoskin lost his reason, dying years afterward in the asylum at Stockton. A physician having been summoned to assist in clearing up the mystery, viewed the body of the dead woman, pronounced life obviously extinct, and ordered the casket closed for the third and last time. Obviously extinct indeed. The corpse had, in fact, been embalmed at Springfield. Thank you for listening to this Coffin Road production of A Light Sleeper by Ambrose Bierce. Narrated and produced by Ryan Marshall. Theme music composed by Andrei Sitkov. For more horror and weird fiction audiobooks, please visit coffinroad.bandcamp.com. Recorded and published in Canada. Production copyright 2023, Coffin Road. All rights reserved. Thank you once again for listening to Coffin Road.